You want to know Liverpool's secret as to how they're going to potentially win the Premier League this season. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. Well, the reason could be him. It could be him. Maybe it's these two. Or maybe even it's the new guy. Let's be honest, right now you're thinking we have absolutely no idea where Liverpool are going to end up at the end of the season. And you will be right, but we can also look to the signs to guide us as to where they might finish. By the end of the video, who knows, you might even be able to explain it to your mates down at the pub why Liverpool are winning the Premier League. Liverpool's start to the season has been nothing short of crazy. We have a new manager, no first team signings, and after 7 games sit top of the league with 1 loss. You would have been hard pressed to find any football fan that would have Liverpool starting the season so well, never mind be top of the league after 7 games. Many of the premonitions at the start of the season were Liverpool weren't going to be able to compete at the top 4, they weren't going to be able to compete without Jurgen Klopp, blah blah blah. Klopp is a figurehead at Liverpool like none other. We have never seen the likes of it at Liverpool in the Premier League. He took us from some of the worst football we've ever seen to the best team in Europe. And just because he's left doesn't mean all the world-class players that are left in the squad suddenly become bad, and that's what we're seeing right now. Salah, Trent, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, all these players have competed at the top level for the last 8-9 years. And not only that, they would still get in nearly every team in world football right now. And here's something to highlight. This is the best start for any Liverpool manager in his first 8 games ever. Players are only going to get you so far. You need a manager that's going to be able to get the most out of them. And that is exactly what Slot is doing right now. He deserves absolutely massive credit for where Liverpool are this season. And most Liverpool fans have come on board not to only like him, but love him. Speaking of likes, if you could do me a favour and drop a like on the video, it would really mean a lot. And if you think Liverpool have a chance of winning the Premier League, then subscribe to the channel. Now that we all agree we love the job Slot has done so far, what would be the reason for that? And are they reasons that Liverpool could potentially win the league with? Is it the change in tactics to play a more controlled style of football where Liverpool have only conceded 2 goals so far in the league? A real testament to Slot knowing that if he wants to compete for the Premier League, he can't be full throttle all season long. It worked for Klopp, but that was a completely different team. And the fact Slot has been able to get his message across so quickly is a huge, huge statement. Liverpool last season kept 10 clean sheets, and so far this season we've kept 5. That old age saying from Alex Ferguson comes to mind: attack wins you games, defence wins you titles. If Liverpool want to have any hope of getting to the end of the season in first, then defensively is where it's going to count. A reason why we've been able to be so good defensively is the resurgence of Ryan Gravenberch. We've heard a lot of this already, but we cannot underestimate the impact that he has had on this team. Liverpool had missed out on their 4th consecutive defensive midfielder target in the summer in Martin Zubimendi, and Liverpool fans were in meltdown. Gravenberch, who has had a difficult start to his Liverpool career last season, is now one of the most informed players in Europe. That is all thanks to Slot, and it's a change that not Klopp even saw. If he never made that change, we could be down in the league as far as United. It's those small changes, the minor details, that is giving us the signals that Liverpool could potentially win the Premier League this year. We can't talk about Liverpool winning the Premier League without talking about Man City and Arsenal. City will undoubtedly have the experience, but without Rodri and KDB getting older, this is a completely different ball game. They will still back themselves without Rodri, but when he's in the team, they get 2.4 points per game, and without him, they get 1.9. That's 0.5 points per game over the course of a full season, say 30 games from now. They're dropping 15 points in total. I would be absolutely amazed if they didn't go and try to buy someone in January, and whether he can have the same impact on the team as Rodri, it remains to be seen. I highly doubt it. But that's why Liverpool need to keep their form up now until Christmas, because if they can get a run together and create some distance between them and City, that would be absolutely huge come the second half of the season. Liverpool are coming into a difficult run of games playing Man City and Arsenal, and they just need to keep the momentum going. Similar to how we won it in 2020, we just did not relent. We just keep that type of form from now until Christmas, which is a big ask, I know, but it's something that this team knows how to do. As for Arsenal, they have an amazing team, a team full of world-class players, but I still think they lack the experience, especially with Man City and Liverpool in that title race. It feels like they're just missing something, that key ingredient, especially in the forward areas, to get them over the line. Overall, it might be early in the season, but if you're not, signs are looking like they have the manager. He's already gotten levels out of these players that we didn't think were there or we thought might be gone, including Luis Diaz, who I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to check that video out, click here. Let's see what happens.